Hey there, thanks again for joining us. This is Dr. Rodney White with Sapi Chiropractic. Today we're following on from yesterday. Yesterday we talked about how the old wives' tale of cracking your knuckles will give you arthritis has really been debunked, and there's no teeth to that. You can crack away all you want. What we often get asked though is it safe to crack my own neck or back? And the answer to this for the most part is no, it's not. We'll explain why, and I'll give you a little rundown on when it is okay. So what we see as chiropractors, when we're adjusting someone's spine, we're finding a joint that's completely restricted, it's not moving properly, we're applying a very specific force in a certain direction to help free that joint back up again. We're taking it from not much movement or no movement to normal movement essentially. When you have an area like that that's not moving properly, you're going to have other areas that compensate that are moving too much or become hypermobile. And one of the first things we learn as a chiropractor is not only where should we adjust, but where are you hypermobile and you shouldn't be adjusted. When you crack your own neck or you twist until your low back pops, the problem is, one, you're not putting a force in a specific direction or the specific force, but number two, you can't isolate that area that's restricted. So naturally, when you move, the first thing that's going to pop and let go is the area that's already hypermobile. And if you keep creating hypermobile segments, you're going to get very lax in your ligaments, you're not going to have any stability, and then you're going to make the areas that are stuck essentially more stuck. Now, the science behind it is a lot more than that, but that's basically it in a nutshell. Otherwise, every chiropractor wouldn't need to be adjusted by another chiropractor, because if anyone knew how to pop their own back, it should be us. And when we go to adjust someone who's been a serial neck popper or low back popper, it's very hard to isolate the spot that we need to get moving properly without all the other areas being too loose. And sometimes we even have to tell people, you can't be adjusted by a chiropractor until you stop cracking your own neck or your own spine for a good few weeks. We really can notice the difference. So if you're someone who feels the need to do that all the time, usually what's happening is you're stuck somewhere, and your brain knows that when you pop something, you get a little bit of a short-term increase in range of motion in maybe the whole neck or low back, but it's not at the part that needs it, and that increase quickly disappears. A few hours later, you feel like you need to pop it again. There's one time where I am more than okay with your back popping on its own or with what you're doing. Our mid-backs get very, very tight, and almost everyone, because even if you don't have a desk job, we all sit too much. We get hunched, we get stiff, we get compressed through that area of our spine. And what we all should be doing is using a foam roller to roll out our mid-back every day. I use one. We'll do some videos showing how to do that. We do have one on our YouTube channel already showing that. If you're rolling on a roller and your back goes pop and crunch, that is okay. Number one, because that area is probably so tight it needed it. And number two, you're not forcing it past its normal range of motion into hypermobility. What I would recommend against is someone giving you a bear hug, because while you might feel a little bit better, we get a lot of people come in who get badly strained joints and ligaments from someone squeezing too hard and not being specific at all. They're just manipulating something. There's no accuracy or clarity to that adjustment. So to sum that up, because the spinal joints move with so much more ranges of motion than just the one-way finger knuckles, and because it's a weight-bearing structure being our spine and all the discs there, you want to try and get out of the habit, if you already are a self-cracker, of doing that. I promise you that if you get the restricted areas right, the need to do that will go away. So if that does sound like you, by all means go and find a good chiropractor and get assessed. They are trained to not make you more mobile. They will, in the hypermobile spots, they will fix the spots that need it. And as always, if you got any value of this, give us a thumbs up and please share, and we'll be back again tomorrow with another health tip for you guys. Hopefully everyone's out enjoying this great day.